use russet potatoes. It's sort of the potato that you find in every grocery store, and they're sort of a go-to potato. There's also the red potato, the small red potatoes. You can have larger sizes or little tiny guys, and you choose the size and the type of potato based on the recipe. But today, we're doing two go-to recipes, the things that I just do without even thinking, and I use russet potatoes. So here we go. By the way, when you're choosing potatoes, I'll start over. So when you're choosing russet potatoes, it is really important. Let me just say, I never buy the big bag and walk out because I haven't seen every potato. So I'm looking at each potato. So whatever recipe I'm doing, I pretty much have the same size potato, and I just pass by the guys that have the little, crevices in there, because that's something I'm going to have to cut out and throw away. So I look for about the same size. Look at that gorgeous potato. I mean, every one has its own style, and it says something to me, each and every one. I still love you, but I'm not going to pick you. See, this guy's, he had a bad trauma at one point in time. Now, you may think I'm kind of weird because I'm talking to potatoes and I relate to the potatoes, but it's hugely important. Don't feel bad. So I'm thinking here that I need a couple more. Well, I'm not cooking for an army, but I think that'll do it. Okay, we're ready. I just have to show you the handy-dandy, wonderful tool that I have, and I love it so much. Can you tell which is the potato and which is the scrubber? Aha! It's a potato scrubber. Anyway, fun little handy gizmo that I just couldn't live without. Well, I guess I could. But it does its job very well. And I love it. Okay, we're getting ready to prepare our potatoes for our potato salad. A lot of times I leave the skins on for a lot of different recipes, but for this particular potato salad, I like to take them off. I don't know about your garbage disposal, but ours does not like potato peel, so I've got a simple answer for that. One paper towel, throw it over the drain hole. First time you get your first potato wet, it's going to soften up that cloth and keep everything from going down. And then when you're done peeling, pull it all up, throw it away, you're done. So that's it. Typically do when I'm getting ready to cook something on the stove top is I get the pan warm first. You really don't want to put cold food typically in a pan. You want to heat the pan, get it up to temperature, and you never need to be at the very highest level. So I'm at like 7. It's a medium-high heat, enough to get that going. And you can feel when you hold your hand over the surface, you can feel if it's getting warm or not. So I'm going to give it just a minute to warm up. Then we'll put our cooking oil in. And then we're going to chop our potatoes and put them in, and then we're good to go. I'm not much of a measurer, so I would say I put about 2 tablespoons in there. I'm going to do 4 potatoes today. And, oh, that's not pretty. See what I was talking about? You get those little eyes that you just don't want to eat, so. And now you can't cut because it falls over. Well, we'll film my next potato as being the better cut, okay? This is all screwy. A lot of people wonder, should I put them in the microwave? And I thought, oh, should I? No, don't do that. Then you'll just have mushy potatoes. They're perfectly fine to put them in raw, and if you cook at the right temperature and keep an eye on them, you are going to have absolutely perfect fried potatoes. I'll show you how. So all my potatoes are cut. I want to get them in the pan. And notice I'm using my wonderful thing. I'm going to throw a little bit of pepper in here. I'll put a lot of pepper because I like pepper. Pepper gives it a lot of flavor. I'm going to get a little bit of salt going. We'll add some salt now as we start to cook, but we'll finish it off to make sure it has enough. And we have all this oil on the bottom of the pan, and we have all the potatoes on the top. So I'm going to mix it up so we kind of coat each piece with a little bit of oil. Now you don't have to do this, but I'm on the ground. I'm going to every time I do anything with my potatoes, move them around, then I flatten them down, and I'm going to cover them. So we're still at a pretty high heat. We're between 6 and 7 here. on the medium-high heat side, and I'm going to let them cook. So they're going to start getting a little bit of brown color on the bottom, but with the lid on, the steam's coming around and that's cooking them. That's doing the same thing as if you put them in the microwave. So, medium-high heat, lid on, let's give it a little time. I like doing this because it's fun. I figured out how to do it without... So what I do with my potatoes is, this is really a family breakfast, family dinner, family lunch. We eat potatoes, these fried potatoes, all the time. So I like to put them on this long plate. It's decorative. And we put it down the middle of the table. And just about everybody can reach it, serving themselves family style. So it's a great way to serve your potatoes. Looks good and works well. I'm not going to hurry with it because they'll fall out. Voila! Terry's home. There we go.
Okay, every cook should have an emergency basket, and since I play the part of the emergency, this is my basket. So, Band-Aids, especially if you took part in the peeling operations, this is important. We have Planters peanuts and beef jerky in case we get hungry, because sometimes if you're eating raw potatoes, it doesn't go down very well. We have, what are these? Make your nose happy. All right, this is a soft tissues in case your nose is really raw because you've been using these tissues too much. Purple duct tape. Duct tape is fabulous for everything, as we know, but this is purple for girls. Thank you very much, because we're the potato girls. These are very special scissors that apparently can cut. They're non-stick. I'm going to have to believe that, but I like the little design on them. Post-it notes, because this is what we write our scripts on. Potatoes, because we are the potato girls. And because potatoes don't leave the best lingering flavor in your mouth, we have these. And there you have the emergency basket from the Potato Girls.